What's worse than being a loser? Being cringe. These are two very powerful forces of shame. Loser and cringe. But what would happen if you combine these two elements, put them together? Well, Buster, the product of that fusion dance would be Nico D'Ambrosio, a turbo loser cringe specimen, the likes of which this world hasn't seen in many, many moons. Nico D'Ambrosio is a Chicago man who's currently suing 27 women because they didn't enjoy the dates he took them on, and they dared say that to each other in a Facebook group. A private Facebook group, mind you. And Nico, with steam coming out of his ears, said, "This cannot fly in a civilized society. Every woman should be enamored with me and only have positive things to say. Thus, I'm taking you to court, heathens." That's exactly what he's doing. A Chicago man has taken out a defamation lawsuit against 27 women. One man and multiple social media platforms are finding negative posts. One man and multiple social media platforms after finding negative posts about him on the "Are We Dating the Same Guy" Facebook group. According to WXYZ ABC Chicago, 31-year-old Nico D'Ambrosio is suing up to 30 women for sharing negative dating reviews on Facebook group "Are We Dating the Same Guy?" He claims that the negative reviews started in November and these people made false and defamatory statements about him. The lawsuit included screenshots from the Facebook group describing Nico as very clingy, very fast, and claiming that he flaunted money very awkwardly and kept talking about how "I don't want to see his bad side." Oh my god, he hit him with the Hulk. "You won't like me when I'm angry." D'Ambrosio is not happy about how he is portrayed and is asking for $75K in damages. So if you're oh, that's the end of it. How do you calculate damages from a private Facebook group? What damages did he suffer? He's the Billy Mitchell of bad romance. It's a frivolous lawsuit filed because his feelings got hurt. And I think all of you know by now how I feel about people that try and do this kind of shit. These abhorrent lawsuits made to like bully or scare people into silence. I fucking hate it. And this has to be one of the more pathetic examples of this tactic being used. He's suing these women for $75,000, claiming they defamed him with slanderous, untrue remarks. And it hurt his reputation, which is why he's seeking so much money in return for it. But it's a private Facebook group, you goober. Your lawsuit has done significantly more damage to your reputation and put you in the spotlight. I would have never heard of you. Most people would have never known who you were had you not done this ridiculous lawsuit. You pitiful, whiny little worm. Douchebag. It's ridiculous. So, what happened is, a group of women that had dated Nico or met him, gone on dates with Nico occasionally, all talked about it in a group chat called "Are We Dating the Same Guy?", which is a private Facebook community that's supposed to talk about women's experiences with a particular individual and just go over like maybe some of the red flags that they encountered on their date. And it's just them going over their experience. That's it. In a private Facebook group. And with Nico, they were saying things like, "Hey, he got very clingy very fast," or "the date just was unremarkable," or "he ghosted me." It was never anything mean or slanderous or anything like that, and it was never even fucking publicly put out there. Nico went out of his way and found it and got so hurt and offended that he issued this lawsuit. So he now put all of this in the public eye. So now his face is on it like a fucking wanted poster in One Piece with a 75,000 berry bounty on him being a goddamn cringelord. All because some women that went on dates with him didn't really enjoy his company. Mentioning those things that I briefly touched on, but then also saying that he would talk about money pretty quickly and flaunt it or whatever. From everything I've seen, it's just super tame stuff. But even if they were being brutal about it, like, man, Nico is a real cuck. This guy was terrible. Our date sucked. Worst sex of my life. I couldn't imagine a man worse at sex than Nico. They can still say that. You still can't sue them for giving their opinion on how the date went with you or anything like that. That's still completely fine. They're not going out there and defaming you or slandering you. It's a private Facebook group. They weren't going out there making fraudulent claims about you, saying things like Nico evades his taxes, Nico is an animal abuser. They were just sharing their opinion on you and the date, which they are totally well within their right to do. It's completely legal. The same way it's completely fine for me to say that you are a loser. I can say that. You can't sue me for calling you a loser and insulting you. It's not defamatory. You are a loser. We met organically in Chicago 2.5 months ago. Very clingy, very fast. Okay, that's what we just read. He came to see me yesterday and I explained, I think is what that is. After I blocked his number, he texted me on another one, which is the other text screenshot. Fuck. It's too small to read. Damn it. He alleges the woman initially shared the post under her real name, but deleted and reposted anonymously after his lawyers made contact last month. You're not even allowed to just say it was a bad date. You can't just tell other people you had a bad date. I mean, it's just a fucking Facebook group. I matched with him a month or so ago, but convo never went anywhere. I went out with him a few times just over a year ago. He told me what I wanted to hear until I slept with him, and then he ghosted. I'd steer clear. He's been posted here before. The poster said he sent her a slew of texts calling her names because she didn't want to spend the night with him. I just searched, and this was on November 2nd, so take a look. They got the APB out on this guy. In damages because he's the victim of defamation, doxing, privacy invasion, according to the suit. The defendants broadcast their outrageous, cruel, and malicious lies about the plaintiff with knowledge that the statements were false or with reckless disregard as whether or not they were true. This wrongful conduct is so outrageous in character and so extreme in degree that is beyond all possible bounds of decency. It is to be regarded as atrocious and utterly intolerable in a civilized community. Brother, this is like the most lukewarm ratings ever. Like, hey, the combo didn't go anywhere. Hey, he ghosted me after I slept with him. Just maybe avoid him. Like, what the fuck? They're not even being vicious or anything. They're just like, this was my experience. I didn't really like it. And he's like, no! No! My pussy is ruined! There's a tier 1 Kraken. I wonder if he'd sue me. I haven't been on a date with Mr. Nick D'Ambrosio, but I will say, he seems like a very insecure, sensitive little bitch and a coward. I'd urge any Chicago women to probably steer clear of him as well. I wonder if I can get added to that suit. Bro wants to prove in court that he's not cringe. It's too bad, I already know better. You have been firmly judged as cringe. No chance of parole. That was a $50,000 statement. Low-key just advertising his Riz. Yeah, his lawsuit Riz. Pretty cool. I want you to read this statement again. Their wrongful conduct is so outrageous in character and so extreme in degree that it is beyond all possible bounds of decency and is to be regarded as atrocious and utterly intolerable in a civilized community, the lawsuit said. It's like they're referring to some kind of hate crime that they all just witnessed or were exposed to. If they thought those text messages they highlighted about him being clingy or whatever were so atrocious and extreme in nature, I can only imagine how Nico and his legal team are reacting to watching this video right now and the things I'm saying about him. Their jaws must be on the floor, furiously drafting up some kind of legal document for me, like fucking flames and like smoke coming off of the page as they're writing it all down. And I've never even met Nico, and I think he super sucks. I think Chicago women should definitely avoid him. Like, just look at the way he reacted for women that just shared their experience of having a less than stellar time with him. He will shut down your opinions, it seems. He does not want anyone to have an opinion of their own, only the opinion he wants you to have of him. What a piece of shit. How can you be so insecure and weak that when you find this, instead of learning from it like, maybe the problem really is me. Maybe that's why I haven't had a real relationship out of the last 27 dates I went on. Yeah, maybe I should really reflect on that. Instead of that, he goes, "Where's my lawyers? Do you see these mean words they're saying about me in this group chat? They called me clingy. Me? They called me clingy. Come on, we gotta sue them. 75 grand, maybe, at least? Like, that's probably how much my tears are worth." I also can't help but appreciate the delusion from the rest of it, too. Saying things like, thousands of men have been potentially defamed by members of the group via these online publications and remain entirely unaware of the attacks on their character as a result of the social media group's private status and heavily moderated members list, the suit says. Can you just wrap your head around the ridiculousness of that statement? They are openly saying that it is private and heavily moderated, and that the individuals that are being talked about there are most likely entirely unaware. Because this is basically just a tight-knit community discussing their experience privately with each other. It's no different than a break room conversation with coworkers talking. You can't sue someone for a conversation they had privately with others about you. You are going after people for their opinion of you. They are not defaming you or anything like that. And since it's not public, they're not even bringing awareness to you being a weirdo. They are just talking privately with each other about like, hey, listen, this guy was kind of shitty. I didn't really enjoy it. Like, that's it. So if you match with him, just know I didn't have a great time. Maybe you will, but here were a couple of the red flags I noticed. That's totally fine, totally reasonable. There is nothing wrong with it, and this guy is still crying. It's crazy. And the lawsuit's trying to make it seem like it's some kind of almost noble cause, like this shadow organization working in secret has been defaming thousands of men for so long, and the men don't even know it. It's called just having a conversation in a group chat. It's not illegal. You can't sue for that. At least you shouldn't be able to. But this guy clearly has a ton of money at his disposal, and we all know how this system works. We just saw it fucking unfold with Billy Mitchell, actually, since I name dropped him earlier. If you have a lot of money, you stand a much better chance of winning, even if it's the most outrageous shit ever. So I'm really hoping this doesn't go anywhere, because it is so fucking stupid and shameful. This man, Nico D'Ambrosio, and his entire legal team are absolute clowns. So I just wanted to talk about it a bit more. That's really about it. See ya. Good morning, and welcome back to Wacky Weirdo Hour. Boy howdy do we have... This is a bit of an older story I want to cover today, but it's one that I still think of from time to time because of its absurdity. It's vintage. 2021, which in internet years is prehistoric, basically. It's fallen out of everyone's consciousness, and I need to do my due diligence to put it back, because man oh man is it a weird one. So let's dive in. It all started in early 2021, when a young teenage girl started to receive really mean text messages from an anonymous troll, and she was getting cyberbullied through these messages for quite some time. Her boyfriend then started to get the same messages. They were extremely personal, they were extremely nasty, constantly telling her to kill herself, this and that. And the mother got really upset at this because obviously, who wouldn't? Her daughter is being harassed by some weirdo degenerate. As I imagine any good caring parent would do, they see this kind of behavior and they start rolling up their sleeves, giving them one of these, why I oughta when I find who's behind this. So she starts to launch an investigation and work collaboratively with authorities to find the culprit. Who's behind this? Could this be the work of the infamous hacker known as 4chan? And they went on a hunt to track this person down because it didn't stop, and it was tons of messages, hundreds of messages, over a year's worth of harassment and 349 pages worth of DMs with this shit. And eventually the FBI got involved in this case to figure out who's doing this because it was so personal and so targeted and mean that they really wanted to figure it out. And this is all attacking a minor too. So it was like stalking a minor, just harassing, unrelenting. And eventually the investigation concludes that it was the mother that was sending these text messages. She was running it all through a VPN to try and avoid being tracked down. So she had a real nefarious scheme here where she would just keep telling her daughter to kill herself and insulting her and the boyfriend. There was even this subplot that arose where she started to blame another classmate that could have been behind it. So she started to try and frame another child for this. It was fucking wild. And keep in mind, the mother was the one working so closely with the authorities to, I guess, throw them off of her trail. So this whole thing was kind of like that SpongeBob meme where it's like Maniac on the loose and he's on the walkie-talkie with the Maniac poster behind him with his face on it. That was this case in real life.
70 Isabella County mom who catfished her own daughter for almost 2 years is going to prison. Kendra Licari was arrested in December for stalking her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend.
Now, I didn't mention a moment ago, but I will now, that it was more than just sending those really nasty messages. Apparently, Kendra Licari would even send her daughter doctored photos of herself. I guess, like, with really mean shit on it. It didn't go into detail, but I read one of the reports that it was more than just text. She would send photos, too. So I'm guessing she would, like, Photoshop shit with her daughter in there to, like, bully her further off of it. It's so baffling.
For nearly 2 years, she sent hundreds of harassing and obscene messages and pictures to the teens every day. It wasn't until the mother of the boyfriend and Licari herself went to police for help. That's when they discovered Licari was the one sending the messages. Police also found she tried to frame a third teen as the one sending those messages. Today in court, she was sentenced to up to 5 years in prison.
So she'll spend at least 19 months in prison for all of this. And what's even wilder is that there's still no explanation for why. What was her motive? Why would she do this? This is some huge fucking hater energy. She's waking up real early in the morning to have extra time to hate her own daughter. She would send up to 12 text messages a day, every day, all just shitting on her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend. It doesn't seem like there's anything to gain out of this except for making your daughter scared and miserable and potentially traumatizing her, because her daughter's a very young teenager during all of this. So I can't imagine what her motivation was, and she's never explained or elaborated on what the plan was. So I've seen speculation that people thought this was maybe another like Munchausen by proxy situation. If anyone is familiar with like the Gypsy Rose case, you're probably familiar with that term. But I don't know if that would necessarily even apply here. I really don't know. Maybe it is the mom trying to like isolate the daughter somehow by making her afraid of all of her classmates, or maybe trying to push the boyfriend out of her life. The whole thing is just a giant fucking question mark of why would anyone ever do this? And she did this every day for over a year. This was part of her morning routine. Get a nice cup of joe and shit on your daughter. Why? Maybe a power thing? Like maybe she was bullied in high school, so now she's trying to, do the same to like take that back. She's like passing the torch to herself to be the bully now. I don't get it. No one really does. And she has not said why. At least not from what I've found. All you can find is speculation and theories on what the motive could possibly be.
Isabella County Prosecutor David Barbary said this is one of the most confusing and complicated cases he has had to deal with. Not only from the case itself, Kendra Licari harassing and catfishing her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend for more than a year, but also when it came to sentencing. When it comes to sentencing, they hope to let the victims have a say. But the two victims here, Licari's daughter, she's hoping for leniency. She didn't want to feel responsible for putting her mom in prison. The other victim, her boyfriend, their family wanted the book thrown at Licari.
That's another super fucked up component to all of this, because not only was the daughter the victim of this relentless harassment campaign from her own mother, but now her mother is going to be going away to prison because of all of it. So now she's going to be growing up without her mom around for quite some time. It's just a really sad situation. I don't know why the mom did this, and also why she refuses to elaborate on what she was fucking thinking. She openly admitted to all of it, and she apologized saying she doesn't want to hurt anybody else, but she still has never said why she did it in the first place and continued doing it for so long. It just, I don't understand. Maybe she was like, beta testing her shit talk for her League of Legends solo queue games, so she'd like use her daughter as a guinea pig. Like, let's see how my daughter reacts when I tell her this. Not enough tears. I'm gonna have to go harder. I need to make sure that all the dog shit players in my lobby feel really bad. I need to make sure my trash talk is S tier. But anyway, she pled guilty to 2 counts of stalking a minor, and she's going to prison for some time now. And it's just a really weird situation, obviously, but it merely makes you think. Your biggest hater, who exactly are they? It could be anyone. And don't give me any of that mumbo-jumbo baloney about how everyone loves you. You don't have haters. You do. I'll hit you with the cold water. Even if there was a perfect person that existed, they would have haters because they are perfect. They would hate them for that. So no matter what, I promise you there are people that don't like you. And who are they? This story makes you think. Makes you sit back and go, it really could be anyone. What if the person that's replying to all of your tweets saying awful things like, you're so short, why'd you end up so short, dummy, stupid face, greasy little goblin man? What if that person is actually my own mother? Or father? What if they're both in on it? What if they both have alt accounts where they're constantly spamming my shit, pointing out every insecurity that I could possibly ever have? Could be. You never know, as is clear here. So yeah, anyway, that's really about it. So yeah. I've thrown on the formal attire today because we needed to... This is a bit of an older story.
In my previous video of this build, it seems like a lot of you guys didn't necessarily understand the purpose. Why did I build this dumb thing? Well, mainly to showcase the idiocy of the National Firearm Act and the Gun Control Act of 1968, to show the stupid features that you have to put in place, like this rib and not having enough space for your thumb to wrap around, no gripping textures, and no hand stop, to build something like this and not violate federal law, because this cannot be a grip. You can't have anything on it that enhances its ability as a grip, so in fact you have to put things in the design that make it terrible as a grip. Now, that being said, this does have two redeeming features. One, you have reduced muzzle flip while shooting because of the weight of a loaded magazine. And two, reloads can be quite quick. In my previous video of this build, it seems like a lot of you guys did.
You find a song, you listen to it for the first time, and you become hooked to it. It's your new favorite. You add it to your playlist. You want to hear it again, so you replay it and play it and play it and play it. It's like a reflex. You don't even think about it. You replay it and listen to it so much for the next couple of days to a week, depending how much you like the song, of course, until you ruin it. You overdo it. Now, this may seem unrelated to your life, but let me explain. This song that you overplay, it represents three things. One of them that affects what we do every day with what we choose to do. And if you get this wrong, it could ruin everything that you enjoy to do. The three things are impulse control, instant gratification, and overstimulation. I'm sure you've heard of overstimulation by this point. It's talked about everywhere by everyone. Basically, if you do stimulating activities too much, it's bad. It ruins what you do and your dopamine balance. I'm not going to talk about it anymore in this video. There's plenty of videos out there. But overstimulation is the result of our level of impulse control or lack of, with the instantly gratifying things that we do. We've all heard it before: drugs and alcohol, instant gratifying things we know are bad for us.
Julian!
But what about the instant gratification that we get from the hobbies and activities that we do that aren't as bad for us? What about when we watch a show we really like and then end up binging a whole season in one night? We play a video game and end up playing a lot longer than we had planned. Or social media usage, shopping impulses, something I really struggle with thanks to Amazon. The problem is that tunnel vision that we get from the hobby or activity that we do for enjoyment. We press replay on it until we've done the damage and it's too late. Sometimes we let it control us. And then even worse, you get burnt out from the thing because you've overdone it so much and now you're bored of it. And then sometimes if you're like me, then you go to the next thing and do that to replace the thing that you burnt out until you burn that out, and then you repeat. So how do we become better at our impulse control with hobbies that we still want to do and enjoy? Because this video isn't supposed to scare you away from them, and if anything, get even more enjoyment out of it long term. So how do we control our impulse control? This is gonna sound pretty cliche, but like most things in life, it's a skill. We just don't flex the impulse control part of our brain sometimes when we should. We do for other things, but not for when we end up binging and staying up till 3 a.m. watching TikToks. Specifically, the basal ganglia, basal ganglia, which is what controls our thoughts and actions we think and do. Now, imagine the typical parent scenario when you're a little kid trying to play video games or screens. Mom and dad say, no more video games after 9:30, and then you sulk a little bit, you know, the typical little kid.
What?
But if they didn't say that, we stay up way later than we should. But the thing is, we're much more forced into impulse control, especially when we're kids. So now when you're much more on your own and aren't being watched and supervised, no one's telling you you can't. If anything, we want to do it even more. So let's try to do things a little differently. You're probably still gonna have to force yourself some, but why we don't learn impulse control from our parents sometimes can be because we don't really have reasons to care enough. There's three main ways that you can work on your impulse control. The first one, be more self-aware and understand your motivations. Recognize when you're overdoing it. Pay attention to your thoughts, your feelings, and behaviors to recognize why you do overexposure to the thing. Focus on the why. Maybe you're mentally escaping and want something to distract you. It could be that you're like me and have a habit of getting into tunnel vision of what you're into at the time. You just enjoy it that much. Recognize why it happens, because you can't fix it if you don't know the reason and problem for why it happens. The next one is to tell yourself logical thoughts and statements. Give yourself reasons to taking control serious. Have a conversation with yourself. Highlight the consequences. It might help to think of like you're talking to a friend or even a parent to your kid or pretend kid, because with the logic, we need to be as objective as possible and see things for what they really are. Oh, why are you still up?
On my phone?
Should you be? You work early.
Probably not.
Go to bed then.
Oh, okay. I guess. What the?
And lastly, probably the most basic one, but it can be easy to forget sometimes.
much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a toilet seat. 3 to the 1, from the 1 to the 3. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop. Heard motherfuckers talk, seen them drop. If I ain't got a weapon, I'ma pick up a rock. And when I bust your ass, I'm gonna continue to rock. Get your ass on the wall with your 2 left feet. It's real easy, just follow the beat. Don't let that fine girl pass you by. Look real close, cause strobe lights about to have a party. Let's get it started. Shake it. I'm looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step right up. Some girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl that will do whatever the fuck I say. Every day she be giving it up. Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me.
I'm a menace, a dentist, an oral hygienist. Open your mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes. Take a little bit of this fluoride riddance. Swish, but don't spit it. Swallow it now, finish. Yeah, me and Nate deal double G. Looking for a couple bitches with some double D's. Pop a little champagne and a couple D's. Slip it in a bubbly. We friends gonna have a party.
Turn the music,
Let's get it started.
go and shake it. I'm looking for a girl I can fuck in my Hummer truck. Apple bottom jeans and a big old
Some
slut.
girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body.
I want a bitch that sit at the crib with no panties on. Knows that she can, but she won't say no. Look at this lady all in front of me. Sexy as can be. Tonight I want a slut. Would you be mine? Heard you was freaky from a friend of mine.
Now I hope you don't get mad at me, but I told Nate you was a freak. He said he wants a slut. Hope you don't mind. I told him how you like it from behind.
Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. We about to have a party. Let's get it started. Shake it.
I'm looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step right
Some
up.
girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl that will do whatever the fuck I say. Every day she be giving it
There
up.
she goes, shaking that ass on the floor, bumping and grinding that pole. The way she's grinding that pole, I think I'm losing control. I ain't leaving without you, bitch. Coming home with me and my boy, his boy, and his boy, and his girl. Take dog.
So goofy, man.
I put the new 4Gs on the G. I trap into the bloody bottoms is underneath. Cause all my niggas got it out the streets. I keep 100 racks inside my jeans. I remember hitting them all with the whole team. Now a nigga can't answer calls cause I'm balling. I was waking up getting racks in the morning. I was broke, now I'm rich, these niggas salty. All this designer on my body got me drip, drip. Hey, straight up out the objects, I'm a big crip. If I got up on a lean, I'ma sip, sip. I run the racks up with my queen, like London and Nip. But I got rich on all these niggas, I didn't forget back. I had to go through the struggle, I didn't forget that. I hopped inside of the Maybach and now I can sit back. These bitches know me now, cause I got them big racks. Cause I'm getting money now, I know you heard that. Young nigga on the corner, bitch, I had to serve crack. Uncle fronted me some peas, had to get them birds back. We came up on dirty money, I gave it a bird back. Cut off the brain and I gave my bitch a new coupe. Either you running y'all gang or you Subaru. Got a New Orleans bitch, and man, that pussy voodoo. And I'm that nigga now, who knew? with the new 4G.
Holy shit, what the fuck? Why can't I just add this out? Huh. Cringe. Yeah, why can't I just add it to the to like
Hey, guys.
watch later or something? The fuck. YouTube try not to be retarded challenge. What the actual shit?
Baby girl, you're so damn fine though. I'm trying to know if I can hit it from behind though. I'm sipping on you like some fine wine though. And when it's over, I press rewind though. Ay, you talking biz, girl, I got it. Benjamin's all in my pocket. I traded in my shoes for some Robins. He playing Batman, Fendi's gonna rob her. Ay, I got a Glock in my Rari. Ay, 17 shots, no 38. Ay, I got a Glock in my Rari. 17 shots, I'm 38. She's fine when she'll be mine. She up first, I praise. Rewind and see that as one more time. I got this soda. Ruby boys ain't know us. All price money, no soap us. No one can control us. Yeah, my shit. Tell me what you see. Is it money or it's me? I smoke 20, smell a weed. I got honeys in my V. They like Monty, can you be my baby daddy? I'm like, yeah. I got robins on my jeans. You see the wings on every pair. All you see is Remy boys. You know my everywhere. And if somebody got a problem, we could meet up anywhere. Now go say some, don't you never play dumb. You know where we came from. And you want sauce, no AY. I'm like, yeah, she's fine when she'll be mine. She up first, I praise. Rewind and see that as one more time. I got this soda. Ruby boys ain't know us. All price money, no soap us. No one can control us. She a cutie, is she fine? Make me wanna make a mine. She ain't nothing like them Bambos. If you like it, we can swerve. We can light and stain the purple and pluck it out the window. We could play and press rewind. Got her singing every time. Take a high note for me, girlfriend. Got my city looking rude. I ain't Diddy, I ain't loon, but I think I need a girlfriend. She feeling great as I'm talking to her. She a Remy girl, so I'm gon' pursue her. I bought a lot of loud, lot of rim to sip on. $1,000 when I get my tip on. I'm offered. Extra hit for fatty rich, she said that's all her. Got her with the happy, fill 'em up to spoil her. Got her with the happy, fill 'em up to spoil her. Oh my. She's fine when she'll be mine. She up first, I praise. Rewind and see that as one more time. I got this soda. Ruby boys ain't know us. All price money, no soap us. No one can control us. Yeah, baby. Na 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 na. I'm alive, still breathing, step to hide, done grieving, realize that to survive, someone's got
The
to
ass
stand and
building,
fight.
holy
And I've
shit.
tried to believe in only
So
time stops the
fucking ugly.
bleeding. I'm not waiting anymore.
thing is,
I know what I came here
disgusting.
for.
Feelings are temporary. Broken hearts keep the sky alive. What no longer scares me.
And chasing and
Hunting, and this time I'm coming for blood. That's when the laugh when you ran out the footage and the baby, you don't even know me at all. Oh, that's so ugly.
the gun.
to the break. It's the price that you pay. Temporary, the broken hearts keep the scars for life. Darkness no longer scares me. Facing and hunting, and this time I'm coming for blood. This. Oh, it's a different submission. This looks better. Fucking knuckle your ass. Ball. My ball looks better. This is so much better than that ugly fucking building that was actually built. Damn it, yeah. I'm gonna use this as reference as well. Feelings are temporary, but broken hearts keep the scars for life. Darkness no longer scares me.
Chasing and hunting, and this time I'm coming for life. Be the last one to laugh when you run out of friend catching up. I'm a friend and a half, baby. You don't even know me at all. Hey, oh, what was living in? Let me tell ya. Yes, I wonder meant you need at all. Things are big that should be small. Who can tell what magic spells will be doing for us? And I'm giving all my love to this world. Only to be told.
She's like a lover straight from hell. Pushing and begging, know the eyes in the rooms on me. A silhouette in your hotel. Light all the matches in church, but she would never put out for me. So close your eyes and let them blackbirds sing. She's got a body for that diamond ring. And everybody tries to seem so clean. Nobody's falling in love, but she's been holding out for me. Blacked out, black rain, stuck on a bullet train. She took my soul when she traded it for my heart. Blacked out, black rain, sinners and freaks all around. Take my last kiss before indulging the crowd. Before indulging the crowd. And everything has got to shit. Light all the matches in church, but she would never look back at me. Her renaissance invigorate. Aristocratic depression into a panic attack charade. So close your eyes and let them blackbirds sing. She's got a body for that diamond ring. And everybody tries to seem so clean. Nobody's falling in love, but she's been holding out for me. Blacked out, black rain, stuck on a bullet train. She took my soul when she traded it for my heart. Blacked out, black rain, sinners and freaks all around. Take my last kiss before indulging the crowd. Before indulging the crowd.
What's up with this? It's like a projection or something? Oh wait. Oh, this was like when it was being constructed. Black down, black rains, stuck on a bullet train.
She took my soul when she drove it. She trimmed my heart. Black down, black rain, sinners and freaks all around. Take my last kiss before indulging the brown. Black down, black rain, stuck on a bullet train. She took my soul when she traded for my heart. Black down, black rain, sinners and freaks all around. Take my last kiss before indulging the brown.
This is me with no, get out of here.
I know I'm out of sight, but am I out of mind?
Wait. I haven't heard this song in ages.
Everybody gets high sometimes, you know. What else can we do when we're feeling low? So take a deep breath and let it go. You shouldn't be drowning on your own. And if you feel you're sinking, I will jump right over into cold, cold water for you. And although time may take us into different places, I will still be patient with you. And I hope you know I won't let go. I'll be your lifeline tonight. I won't let go. I'll be your lifeline tonight. 'Cause we all get lost sometimes, you know. It's how we learn and how we grow. And I wanna lay with you till I'm old. Oh, you shouldn't be fighting on your own. And if you feel you're sinking, I will jump right over into cold, cold water for you. And although time may take us into different places, I will still be patient with you. And I hope you know I won't let go. I won't let go. No, 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 I'll be your lifeline tonight. I won't let go. I'll be your lifeline tonight.
Come on, save me from a rocking boat. 胸が痛いから下を向くたびに君がまた遠くを行くんだ夢を見たい僕らを泳がせさらば昨日より咲く日の空にある何かを見つめてたらそれは星だって君が教えてくれたまるでそれは僕らみたいに寄り添ってるそれを泣いたり笑ったり繋いでゆく何十回何百回ぶつかり合って何十年何百年昔の光が星自身も忘れた頃に僕らに届いてる僕ら見つけ合って手繰り合って同じ空輝くのだって二人だって約束した遥か遠く終わらないベテルギウス誰かにつなぐ魔法僕ら肩並べて取り合って進んでく辛い時だって泣かないで誓っただろ遥か遠く終わらないベテルギウス君にも見えるだろう祈りが記憶をたどるたびよみがえるよ君がいつだってそこにいてくれることまるでそれは星の光と同じように今日に泣いたり笑ったり繋いでゆく何十回何百回ぶつかり合って何十年何百年昔の光が僕自身も忘れた頃に僕らを照らしてる僕ら見つけ合って手繰り合って同じ空輝くのだって二人だって約束した遥か遠く終わらないベテルギウス誰かにつなぐ魔法 どこまでいつまで生きられるか君が不安になるたびに強がるんだ大丈夫僕が横にいるよ見えない線をつなごう僕ら見つけ合って手繰り合って同じ空輝くのだって二人だって約束した遥か遠く終わらないベテルギウス誰かにつなぐ魔法僕ら肩並べて取り合って進んでく辛い時だって二人だって誓っただろう遥か遠く終わらないベテルギウス君にも見えるだろう祈りが空にある何かを見つめてたらそれは星だって君が教えてくれた
I just bought a girl, just to flex on you. Rari Rari shoe, cause I'm mad for you. I just sold them too, bitch I never do. Freezer too, cause I flex for you. I just bought a girl, just to flex on you. Rari Rari shoe, cause I'm mad for you. I just sold them too, bitch I never do. Freezer too, cause I flex for you. Whip it up, all these rocks on my wrist. Bring it back up, cause it's lit. Keep it cool, eyes go for the shit. Cause I'm ballin', look at all these chicks. Whip it up, all these rocks on my wrist. Bring it back up, cause it's lit. Keep it cool, eyes go for the shit. Cause I'm ballin', look at all these chicks. Whip it up, all these rocks on my wrist. Bring it back up, cause it's lit. Keep it cool, eyes go for the shit. Cause I'm ballin', look at all these chicks. Whip it up, all these rocks on my wrist. Bring it back up, cause it's lit. Keep it cool, eyes go for the shit. Cause I'm ballin', look at all these chicks. Papas and Bishika ice. Papas and Papas and Bishika ice. Papas and Papas and Bishika ice. Papas and Bishika ice. Papas and I just bought a girl, just to flex on you. Rari Rari shoe, cause I'm mad for you. I just sold them too, bitch I never do. Freezer too, cause I flex for you. I just bought a girl, just to flex on you. Rari Rari shoe, cause I'm mad for you. I just sold them too, bitch I never do. All I wanna do is getting blind. Whip it up, all these rocks on my wrist. Bring it back up, cause it's lit. Keep it cool, eyes go for the shit. Cause I'm ballin', look at all these chicks. Whip it up, all these rocks on my wrist. Bring it back up, cause it's lit. Keep it cool, eyes go for the shit. Cause I'm ballin', look at all these chicks. Look at all these chicks. Whip it up, all these rocks on my wrist. Bring it back up, cause it's lit. Keep it cool, eyes go for the shit. Cause I'm ballin', look at all these chicks. Whip it up, all these rocks on my wrist. Bring it back up, cause it's lit. Keep it cool, eyes go for the shit. Cause I'm ballin', look at all these chicks. Papas and Bishika ice. Papas and Papas and Bishika ice. Papas and Papas and Bishika ice. Papas and No, I know that I can make you stay, but where's your heart? But where's your heart? But where's your... And I know there's nothing I can say to change that part, to change that part, to change. So many bright lights that cast a shadow, but can I speak? Well, is it hard understanding I'm incomplete? A life that's so demanding, I get so weak. A love that's so demanding, I can't speak. I am not afraid to keep on living. I am not afraid to walk this world alone. If you stay, I'll be forgiven. Nothing you can say can stop me going home. Can you see my eyes are shining bright? 'Cause I'm out here on the other side of a jet black hotel mirror, and I'm so weak. Is it hard understanding I'm incomplete? A love that's so demanding, I get weak. I am not afraid to keep on living. I am not afraid to walk this world alone. If you stay, I'll be forgiven. Nothing you can say can stop me going home. These bright lights have always lied. Set free. These bright lights have always lied. Set free, I say. I'll see you lying next to me with words I thought I'd never speak. Awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. 'Cause I see you lying next to me with words I thought I'd never speak. Awake and unafraid, asleep or dead. 'Cause I see you lying next to me with words I thought I'd never speak. Awake
守らんならいいあー全員注目この目釘付けワクワクしてるよいざとピーナイお耳カプカプお腹タプタプあなたセイレン気配嗅ぎ分け夜をかけてゆく私がたいよワンツースリーおはるハロウィンハムテしたらおはるハロウィンルラララおはるハロウィンそんな関係カプウィカプウィカプウィカプウィカプウィ with youキュータが好きだってごめんねおいしいポンでセクシーポーズかわいいあなたの心と体に仲いいな天才最強かわいいヴァンパイアってやばらめるパッとでパンプキンはどこにいるとっとくとくまくいっちゃったじゃこがたくの浮気者ボコボコにしても連れて帰る覚悟してワンツースリー離れたくないよ離さないよいつまでもずっと一緒がいいなこのお祭り共に過ごそうハロウィンハロウィンハロウィンおはるハロウィンカプテしたらおはるハロウィンラルンラルンおはるハロウィンそんな関係カプウィカプウィカプウィカプウィカプウィ with you カプウィカプウィ中毒
Let's go! With bloodshot eyes, I watch you sleeping. The warmth I feel beside me is slowly fading. Would she hear me if I called her name? Would she hold me if she knew my shame? There's always something different going wrong. The path I walk's in the wrong direction. There's always so much to get hanging on. Can anybody help me make things better? Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience calls the guilty to come home. Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience calls the guilty to come home. The moments die, I hear no screaming. The visions left inside me slowly fading. Would she hear me if I called her name? Would she hold me if she knew my shame? There's always something different going wrong. The path I walk's in the wrong direction. There's always so much to get hanging on. Can anybody help me make things better? Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience calls the guilty to come home. Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Her conscience
Flex. I mainly stream to archive what I'm about to run to. I don't really stream to like make money or anything. Like, yeah, so I don't really stream. But if I ever do, I'll take that into consideration. Back to work. Maybe. Like this. Let's marry it. Never mind.
When they're gonna stop breaking my heart, I don't wanna be another one. Praying for the things I never done. Don't let go to my I can fix all those lies. Oh baby, baby, run, but I'm running to you. You won't see me cry. I'm hiding inside. My heart is in pain, but I'm smiling for you. Can I get to your soul? Can you get to my thought? Can we promise you won't let go? All the things that I need, all the things that you need, you can make it feel so real. 'Cause you can't deny, you blow my mind. When I touch your body, I feel I'm losing control. 'Cause you can't deny, you blow my mind. When I see you, baby, I just don't wanna let go. When you're gonna stop breaking my heart, I don't wanna be another one. Praying for the things I never done. Don't let go to my love. I hate to see you cry, my love is dying inside. I wanna see the sun. I can fix all those lies. Oh baby, baby, run, but I'm running to you. You won't see me cry. I'm hiding inside. My heart is in pain, but I'm smiling for you. Oh baby, I'll try to make the things right. I need you. Please don't ask me why. Just kiss
What
me
happened to my
this
OBS?
time. My only dream is about you and I. 어린까지 괜히 付き合うはさ14ポンドオーラウェットどうしようもないけど日が来る人のふりをしている君を見ている面倒だったから気に捨てた余裕サイズをさらわく申し訳ないけどすれ違うのに不意に期待を背負わせている夜更かしはでの 暴走何よりずっとの観光モノトーン的人生最大公約数干渉剤食べてすぐ寝て牛になる起きてまた寝て人でなしマキシマイザーって相まって壊したって出た強行なんてことは死んでしまうだがつまみは回る感じからめサンクコスターサンクコステスト痛いしまいにゃ取り戻したいって無限地獄へ落ちる落ちるバラクラミアンダーズ帰りファラウェイ
Yeah, I can put all the stuff here. Move some of the stuff over here. Let's see how that goes.
世間実験に繰り出すアラン94ロンドンアランレッドどうしようもないから気が狂う人の真似をしている君へ簡単な言葉信じていたいなら足りないよ申し訳ないならすでにアウトに不意に会話求まないよここからがの暴走手についたもざぞまだ無敵人間最初法律団東大食べてすぐ寝て牛になる起きてまた寝て人でなしもう一問のマキシマイザー虚勢愛の手焦がしたってフェド強行なんて答え聞いてしまうだが恨み逆らく三時またゲイフィルマキシマイザーマキシマイザー虚勢愛の手壊したってフェド強行なんて答え死んでしまうだがつまみは回る感じからめサンクコスタサンクコステスト痛いしまいにゃ取り戻したいって無限地獄へ落ちる落ちるバラクラミアンダラス帰りファラウェイマキシマイザーマキシマイザーマキシマイザーマキシマイザー
Why do I even bother?
What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
Jason Derulo.
That it's all for the best, cause it is.
I was so wrong for so long, only trying to please myself. Girl, I was caught up in her lust when I don't really want no one else. So no, I know I should have treated you better, but me and you were meant to last forever. So let me in, give me another chance to really be your man. Cause when the roof caved in and the truth came out, I just didn't know what to do. But when I become a star, we'll be living so large, I'll do anything for you. So tell me, girl,
What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
what you say?
That it's all for the best, cause it is. What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
What you say? What you say?
What did she say?
How could I live with myself, knowing that I let our love go? And ooh, what I do for one chance, I just gotta let you know. I know what I did wasn't clever, but me and you were meant to be together. So let me in, give me another chance to really be your man. Cause when the roof caved in and the truth came out, I just didn't know what to do. But when I become a star, we'll be living so large, I'll do anything for you. So tell me, girl,
What you say? That you only meant
Can you snap onto the fucking beam? Oh my god. Look at this.
that it's all for
There we
the
go.
best, cause it is. What you say? That you only meant well, cause you did. What you say?
what you say? What you say?
What did she say?
Isn't this supposed? Oh no, it's
Girl,
not.
tell me what you say. I
it's
don't
not.
want you to leave me, though you caught me cheating. Tell me what you say. I really need you in my life, cause things ain't right, girl. Tell me what you say. I don't want you to leave me, though you caught me cheating. Tell
everything wrong. Came out, I just didn't know what to do.
But when I become a star, we'll be living so large. I'll do anything for you. So baby, what you say? What you say? That you only meant
When it goes like this, and it's all good.
well, of course it is. What you say? That you only meant what you say? What you say? What you say? What did she say?
Beluga Heights.
Oh wait, no, it's Angel with the shotgun next, so I'm gonna go past this guy and stuff. Stop streaming for now. I'm gonna go eat something. I'll be back.